Yeah, hi everyone. So, last session we discussed about the component creation, right? There are two ways actually. First way is using CRST, and second one is component creation using .content.xml. Dot content.xml. Okay, there are two ways: component creation, CRST, and second one is .content.xml. So there is a process like how to create component, which we discussed last session. How to create component. So normally in the CRC approach, create a content node and mention JCR primary type as JCR primary type as CQ colon component. Next step is content node name and file name. We need to create a .html file. .html file. So here node point is component node name and file name should be the same. Component node name and .html file name should be the same. File name should be same. Okay, should be same. So after that we discussed about component properties. Component properties. Those are like component properties. The component properties are, I would say, JSON title and which is used to call or access the component on the page. Component on the page. Next we have component group. Compo component group, which is used to classify the component. Which is used to classify the components. Classify the components. Next, component have child nodes. Component child nodes. We have dialog. CQ colon dialog. Last session, what actually we did? This the dialog we copied from existing one. Okay. Today the scenario is we can create dialog from scratch. We can create the dialog from scratch. Okay. So today concept is design dialog. We can create dialog from scratch. Create dialog. Heading is create dialog. Okay. So whenever you are creating the dialog, there are three basic steps we need. So first one is dialog node. Second one is container node, and also write content and items. These three nodes are mandatory for creating any dialog. So initially three nodes are mandatory. So after these three nodes, we can design our dialog. Okay. Now I can show you from scratch. You can try to understand. So basically, where I would say I'm open. Is my screen is visible for everyone, right?
Yes, Krishna.
So today, what our agenda is, we can create the dialogue from scratch, and we can author the dialogue, and so that values you can read by using sling models, and then so through the sling models we can fetch the data. So that is the thing you can do. That is the thing you can do. Okay. So it is opening AEM instance. Once it's open, then you can do the dialogue from scratch. And in the component level, there are two more important properties. One is sling colon, one is sling resource type, sling resource type, and the second one is sling resource super type. These are the two important properties. What are the two more important properties? Sling resource type and sling resource super type. Sling resource super type. Super type. And what is the purpose of sling resource type? Which is used to establish the connection between connection. Connection meaning relation. Relation meaning inheritance. Which is used to establish the connection, or which is used to establish the relation between content node and content node and component, content node and component or folder. Okay. And there is a sling resource super type. Sling resource super type which is used to establish the relation between establish the relation between two components, two components, two components. And in AEM, we have the types of components also. We have types of components also. Types of components in AEM. There are three types of components we have in AEM. So first one is, there are three types of components. First one is core components, and second one is proxy components, proxy components, and third one is custom components. Custom components, also called as user defined components. User defined components. Core components meaning already Adobe team implemented components. Adobe team implemented components. Implemented components. Next we have the proxy components. Proxy components meaning these are the dummy components. Dummy components. Dummy components. Dummy components meaning, so in the proxy components, they don't contain any logic and all. They are only the just dummy components. For security purpose, those are only the dummy components, and so they can inherit the properties from core components. Okay, they are dummy components. They are dummy components. They can inherit the properties. They can inherit properties from core components. Core components. Okay, fine. Next, custom components meaning manually we are creating the components from scratch, right? Those components are called custom components, also called as user-defined components. Core components mean already ADP team implemented for us some of the predefined components, and this is the core proxy components. So where you can see all core component, there is a code base as well. So that you can see core components GitHub. Okay, so see, so how they implemented all the core components, all are available here itself. Go to the code and src, and if you open the core components, so see these all are Java backend, right? The components are available in UA apps. These all are Java files. Go to here and you can check with these all Java files which are related to core components models. If you open, so see accordion, breadcrumb, button, carousel. These all components where you see it actually, you see it in the VRetail project, right? So that I can show you. Localhost 4502 aim start.html, and when you open your project, by default you will get some predefined components. Okay, so if I open my CRST, if I go to my projects, June project, go to apps, and then there is a my project is June components. So see accordion, breadcrumb, button, carousel, container. Okay, these all are what predefined components. So they implemented their logic and they stored that logic in the repository. So if you can go here and then you can check like how they implemented, how they written Java logic and all, how they written Java logic and all. Okay, so these all are about core components. Core components meaning already Adobe team implemented for us, and so we will use core components for implementing our projects as well. Now coming to the proxy components meaning dummy components. For example, if I go to this accordion and so accordion is the dummy component. It does not contain any files. If I open this one, if I expand this one, it does not contain any .html file. Okay, so this is only the dummy component. This is only the dummy component. So it can inherit all the properties from parent. How it can inherit? So there is a property string resource super type. String resource super type is the property which is used to inherit the properties from one component to another component. Accordion is the component and this is the dummy component, and it is inheriting the properties from this accordion. This accordion also one more core component we have. So if you want to see that one, then you can simply copy that path and there itself duplicate this tab. There is a Yeah, we have the core right. So you can copy that path and beside before that path you can mention apps. It will go to this one. So see, if I click on this accordion component, this accordion component contain all .html and all. Okay. So actually, this is the dummy component. It is inherited the properties from parent, and how it is inheriting. I mentioned the property. The property is sling resource type property, sling resource super type property, sling resource super type property. Sling resource super type is the property which is used to make the connection between two components. One component, there are two components. This is the one component, predefined component. Okay. So here it have all the .html file, everything it have, and I am inheriting the properties from there to the here, and now this is the dummy component. It will not contain any logic and all. This is the only the dummy component, but at the time of calling the on the page, we will call this component, and internally it will be connected with this accordion component. This is the predefined one, and we can inherit the properties from there to here, from there to here, with the help of this property. Very, 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 very important. In the interview perspective, regularly you can face the question: what is the difference between what is the difference between sling resource super type, sling resource type, and sling resource super type, and sling resource super type? This is the regular question. Sling resource super type. This is the regular question they will ask. Super type. Okay. Sling resource type is the property which is used to make the connection between content node and component. And sling resource type super type is the property which is used to make the connection between two components. Accordion is the dummy component. This accordion is the core component. Core component. In some cases also we can inherit properties from core component to custom component. How we can inherit? We should mention the property that is sling resource super type. Sling resource super type. I hope you guys are clear. Now there are three types of components: core components, proxy components, and custom components. And core components meaning predefined components, Adobe implemented components are called core components. Proxy components meaning they are dummy components. They are inherit the properties from core components. Custom components also called as user defined components. Also called as user defined components. Okay, fine. And you guys also clear with the sling resource type property and sling resource super type property. Now, today we are going with the create dialog from scratch. So last session what we did actually, we created a component. There are two ways. One is by using .content.xml and second one is by using .crxt. Second one is crxt. Now today also what I do, this is the digital component. If I open the dialog, items, so see, what is this? This is the sling resource type. So which will make the connection between uh, this is the normal node, content node, and this is the component. I am inheriting the properties from there to here. So the design dialog this one, this way, like dialog, item, content, items, and column and all. So in our case, what we can do, any dialog, basic three, these three nodes are mandatory. So after this, we can design based on the requirement. So now what I do, I can go to my page, AEM, and there is a sites, and I will go with any page. For example, I am going with the EN page, and there is a EN page, right? A digital page. Okay. Now I am going to that digital component, and this is the dialog. In the last session, I copied from the Hello World component. I don't want to copy. I want to create this dialog manually from scratch. So in that case, what should I do? So simply I can delete this one. I can delete this one, and I can delete this one, delete and save all, and reload the page and go to digital. Now I need to create dialog from scratch. So simply right click on the content node, meaning the dialog component node. There is a option create node and mention CQ dialog. So type should be unstructured. Type should be, this is normal content node. Dialog, and click on OK. And this is normal node only, right? So the basic properties you can inherit from the predefined component, that is the dialog. So how we can establish the connection between, this is the content node to CQ component, how we can make the relation by using string colon resource type, and there is a path that is actually CQ, and the path I would say GUI, and components, and dialog. So this is the path actually I would like to copy, and in the Chrome itself also you can check with the CQ GUI components authoring dialog. Components authoring dialog. So before dialog, if I try to see, I can reload my page. This is before dialog. I am trying to look for the digital. I am trying to look for the digital. We need to save this one actually. Save all, and reload the page. There is a digital. So if I try to author the dialog, so there is nothing will come, right? Dialog is not coming. So I hope you guys are observing. When I click on the configure symbol, nothing is coming. And now if you see the changes, and CQ GUI components and authoring, and then I am adding this property, authoring dialog. Okay, this is content mode. and this is the predefined component. Dialog is the predefined component. Okay, so is there any proof? I will show you where it is available and all. I'm saving this one and go to the EN page, reload the EN page. Now try to click on the dialog of that component. So see here, something is coming. So before that, nothing has came, but now something is coming. So this is coming because of dialog. Because of dialog. So I said this is the predefined component, right? Where we can check this one. So simply you can copy this path and go to the location. And before this, you can add libs. See here, when I click on this one, and this is what? This is component. This is predefined component. So from there to here, I am inheriting the properties. So whatever the basic properties, when I open the dialog, and if you want to coming, if you want to give this appearance, we need to write the CSS and all, right? So Adobe team, so time being, they already implemented this dialog. So they implemented, and whatever they implemented that code, they kept in this predefined component. This predefined component. Simply what I am doing, I am inheriting the properties from this is the core component. Dialog is the core component, and I am inheriting the properties from that core component to this content node by using the property that is sling resource type property. So same way I am doing next. There are three important nodes we need to take, right? Second one is the content node. So simply you can create node and mention content. Mention content. Okay, and here also the property also can mention here granite. Next I would say UI coral components, and components. That is a path. This path you can get when you look for the this one granite UI components coral foundation. Okay, this is the path actually. Granite UI coral components foundation, and this is the container. This is the container. So simply I'm saving this one, and this is also predefined component. From there to here I'm inheriting some properties from there to here. Simply I can reload this page, and then we'll see is there any changes happening or not. If I click on the dialog, nothing is happening. Can cross check once again. Granite UI coral swing the source type property, and this you can copy, and you can look for the container, and this is the document, official document for all the AEM developers, and there is a granite UI components coral. Okay, go to here, and you can give the path this one, and you can remove this path, and you can add the path and save this one. Now go to EN page, reload the EN page, and try to configure the dialog. There is a try to configure the dialog. Try to configure the dialog. String column resource type, granite UI components, granite UI components, Coral foundation for that one. Granite UI components, coral foundation and container. We will get content, add the property. So the property is not added properly. You have to add once again. Save all and reload. And can you please cross verify the property is added or not? Yeah. Now go to EN page and reload the page and author the dialog. Now see here. So compared to previous one, so the widget is coming some big, right? Okay, fine. Now after this, we need to add items. 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 Save all. For any dialog, these three nodes are mandatory. I hope you guys are clear how to create these three nodes. Create dialog and mention the properties link colon. These are very important, and we need to mention and we need to design the dialog like this only. Like this only, we need to design the dialog. Okay, so first one is mention colon dialog and mention the properties. This one, and next one is content and the property is this one. Items. These three nodes are mandatory. So after this, for example, if you observe the hello world, how they design based on their requirement. Meaning if I expand the dialogue, content, items, column, and items, text. So they design like this. Under the items, they take in columns, and then again they take in items and all. But in my case, so directly I can take the fields. The fields are like directly I can take the text field. So simply I can create text, and this is the text field I'm mentioning, and property I'm adding like string colon resource type, and here basically I would mention granite UI components coral, and next I would say foundation form. After this we have the text field. Click on this. So actually what we are doing, if I open the hello world dialog, so see how they design. This is the dialog of the hello world. So same way I am also designing my dialog in my own way. So simply when I click go to here, and then okay, here I would mention field label as well. Field label text box. So I'm adding this one, save this one, and I would say go to the EN page, reload the page, and come to the dialog, and you can see, you guys, can you please observe coming or not coming? And there is, we missed some here some properties and all, right? That also can add here properties JCR title, that you can mention to here, that is properties, and you can mention that one. Go to EN page, reload the page, and when you look for that one, so see This is also our wish. This is also our wish. Okay, this is with respect to text work. There are number of fields actually. That also I can show you. So simply you can copy this path and you can go to that location and then go to the form. This is the official document. Any AIM developer they can come to this document and then we can implement the process. Anybody, any years of experience person also they should come to this document. Okay. So this is I am opening this one. Yeah, go to the forms document and under the forms. So see here. So these many fields are available like checkbox, color field, date picker, field set, file upload, hidden multi-field, nested checkbox list, number field, password, and if you know like there is a concept in HTML that is forms concept. The forms concept also these all the fields will be available. So here also the same fields we are using. Checkbox, color field, date picker, field set, file upload, hidden, multi-field, nested checkbox list, number field, password, pop field, radio group, select a switch, text area, text field, user picker, and all. So based on the requirement, you can use these all the fields. You can use all the fields. Okay. Now, so we'll try to go with a few of the fields, and this is a text field, right? So same way we can design with a number field and date picker as well. So simply what I do, I can copy the field of this one and simply I copy it from there and then I can paste here and then here I can mention instead of text I can mention text area, text area and text field meaning you can get only one line to edit. But when you mention text area, you can get the space of adding the multiple areas, text box, description, okay, and then save this one. Text area, and I would to add number field. I can mention like as some names I'm giving article number and click on this one and property also can add string colon so which already will be there. So instead of directly creating everything from scratch, you can do the copy paste. So this is already we created, right? So simply I am copying this one and I am going to the items and then I do the paste and then now here I will change the article number. Okay. So here also I change to number field. Number field save all text text area and number field. Yeah, so same way we can add with the go and then check like those are coming or not. reload the page. Author the dialog. So see, all are coming. Text box, and this also can change to number field. Number box. Okay, and if you want a date picker as well, then you can mention the date picker as well. Do the page date picker, save all, and here also you can mention to date picker, date picker. Okay, fine. If I go to the location, you will get the date picker as well. Number box, you can get the date picker. So remaining all fields also same. So already I shared one document, right? Remaining all are also same. Okay, simply we can add the that one, then you can get the option of it. Okay, remaining every fields also same. Now here I would go to here, and I am changing the field label to this is date picker date page. When I reload the page, so this is the edit behavior which is coming completely because of dialog. When I author the dialog, for example, the text box is the Hindu. When I author the dialog, and that text should be displayed on the page about the Hindu, and I am selecting the number, and I am selecting some date. Okay, when I am selecting this one, whatever the values I author, that value should be displayed on the page. But as of now, those are not displaying because of need to add the value variables. So there is a property called name variable, name variable, and whatever the values we author, that values will be stored in this variable. So here I'm mentioning like as text is the variable names I'm adding. So this property same way I would to add to all text area, and there is a number, article number. So that also I could mention article number. Okay, there is a date picker, date. Okay, there are four fields: text, text area, and article number, and date picker. So when I author the dialog, and that dialog should be the value should be displayed on the page. The value should be displayed on the page. So for that we need to read the values. So what I do, there is a .html file. So simply I am going with the .html file, and now hmm, there is a .html file, and I want to read the values. If I want to read the values, text, there is a slightly expression, so through that you can read the values, like properties dot variable name. So the variable name is text. Okay, so same way, and you can use the break statement as well. and next there is a properties dot, next we have text area, right? Text area. So simply go to the reload the page and author the dialog, and this is the digital. Now I am authoring the dialog. The dialog I am authoring is the Hindu article, the Hindu article, and the Hindu article about Hindu article. When I click on this, see here, the data is coming on the page or not? Yes, the data is coming on the page. So this we can do remaining number and date picker as well. And this is the way to read the values by using properties is the global object. Properties is the global object. So from that I am reading. From that I am reading. But this way is also not recommended approach. So this way also not recommended approach. So what we do? So there is a concept we have, that is string models. String models. The basic question, if you attend the interview, they will ask, the first question is, what is string models? String models. String models is the Sling API, which is the one of the RESTful web framework, one of the RESTful web framework, RESTful web framework created inside AEM architecture, created inside AEM architecture, AEM architecture, which is used to, which is used to, which is used to map the request to resource, map the request to resource, map the request to resource, map the request to resource. Okay, map the request to resource. So next question, there are they will ask, how many ways we can adapt the sling models? How many ways we can adapt the sling models? We can adapt the sling models. There are two ways to adapt the sling models. First one is the resource dot class, and second one is the sling http servlet request dot class. Sling http servlet request dot class. Request dot class. And they will ask like at what time will go with the resource dot class and at what time will go with the resource dot class as well. So when the requirement is to read the data from the CRXT, and this is the straightforward option is to inject the global objects, to inject the global objects, global objects, global objects. You can go with the Sling HTTP servlet request class. Sling HTTP servlet request class. And next very famous question they will ask, what are the annotations we have in Sling models? Sling models. So we have the annotations are like at the rate model and at the rate inject and at the rate volume of value and we have at the rate named and we have at the rate OIA service and we have at the rate self annotations, at the rate self annotations, at the rate model meaning. So normal Java class we can declare as model. Model is the annotation which is used to declare normal Java class as Sling model, Sling model. And next we have the at the rate inject, which is used to inject the data inject the data individually, individually, and value map value, which is used to inject the data, inject the data, inject the data, key value format, key value format. Next, named, which is used to, which is used to change the injection name, injection variable name, variable name, and inject the data, and inject the data. Next, we have OEG service. OEG service meaning which is used to inject one service into the Sling model. So what does it mean by service? Going forward, we understand. Okay, which is used to inject one service into the Sling model. Next we have at the rate self annotation, which is used to inject one Sling model into the another Sling model, one Sling model into the another Sling model, another Sling model. These are the annotations we have in the we have in Sling models. What is Sling models? Sling models is the Sling API, which is the one of the RESTful web framework created inside the AEM architecture, which is used to map the request to resource. And there is a next famous question is how many ways we can adapt the Sling models? There are two ways to adapt the Sling models. One is the resource class, and the second one is the Sling HTTP servlet request class. And resource class, which is used to read the data from the CRXT, and Sling HTTP servlet request class to inject the global objects. And what are the annotations you have in the Sling models? At the rate model, at the rate inject, at the rate value map value, at the rate named, at the rate OIG, and at the rate self annotations. Now, so today also what I do, so whatever the values I am authoring in the page, these all the values I can read by using Sling models, and through that Sling model I can able to display. Okay. Now, what I would say, so first step what you guys will do, go to your ID, and I said you need to add the plugin as well, right? And with that plugin you can pull the component from there to here. So there is my project is the June project, and go to the components, and pull the components. There is a option import from AEM server, you can pull the components. I successfully pulled the components from there to here, and this is the dialog. I am opening the dialog. So see, this is the dialog which I designed. This is the design, this is the dialog which I designed. Okay, fine. Now for this component, I need to write the Sling models. Go to the backend, where actually core, and then core, and there is a models. Go to the models and create a new file. There is a Java file, create class. So I am mentioning the class name as digital model, right? Class name also I am mentioning like as the digital model. Okay, this is normal Java class. This normal Java class I am declaring with model by using annotation that is called at the rate model. It will give the suggestions. Please wait. It is loading. So after 1 or 2 minutes, it will give the suggestions at the rate model. See, and next one is adaptables equal to. First, I am going with the resource dot class. Resource dot class. There is a Sling API dot resource dot class, and second one is Sling HTTP default injection strategy. Default injection strategy equal to default injection strategy dot optional. Okay, and there are three variables we have right now. What are the three variables? These are the three variables. Text area. There are four: text area, number, and so here what you can do, mention the annotation that is value map value and the public string text out. So this variable name and Java class variable name should be the same. Next what we have, text area. The same thing, I am doing the copy and then I am doing the paste, and here I can mention text area. Okay, and the third one also I do article number. Okay, fine. This is the number, no? So that is the reason I am mentioning this is as the article number. Article number. Next, this is integer number, right? So that is the reason I am mentioning like as the integer. Next, after we have date. So date you can import from Java title package, and these are the four properties. In Java we have the encapsulation, right? Encapsulation meaning instance methods should be the private, and those private variables you can achieve by using public methods. Those are like getters and setters. Setter method which is used to set the value. I already through the dialog I am setting the value. So no need of setter method. You can get the values by using the getter method. So simply what is the syntax for getter method? For example, if I want to write for this one getter method, so what is the syntax? Public string and get is the keyword and text. Okay, and this is the scope of method and return text, right? This is the syntax for all methods. This is the syntax, but actually in IDE it is giving the shortcuts for us. It is giving the shortcuts for us, and I'm not going with the shortcuts, so I am manually typing and then I am manually doing public and string get where we have text area. This is the method and this is the scope of this one, and here also return text area. Okay, now there is an extra we have number, right? Public int get article number. Article number, or we can mention like as article number. Okay, same way. Next we have public date get date, and here also we need to return date. That's it. Okay, that's it. Simply I am saving this program, and now I can do deployment. How could I do the deployment? There are two ways. One way is go to the terminal and open terminal, and by default you will get it will be open in the PowerShell. You can change to command prompt, and now give the command that is mam and clean install -p auto install single package. Now go to your console and check bundle will install or not. Bundle is okay, very good. Now go to, there is a adapters, sling adapters, and look for your class name. Class name is digital model, right? You can copy the path, okay, and go to your backend file. This is the file, and go to data sly use dot model equal to, give the path, and close the div tag, and so all the that Java file I kept in one variable. I kept in one variable, okay, and from that I want to read one by one. I want to read one by one. First one is, so model dot method name. What is the method name? There actually have get text. Get text is the method name. So that directly you can we won't write get because that is the predefined keyword. We won't write that one. Break. So same way you can write with respect to remaining as well. Model dot text area, and here also I'm writing the break, and here also model dot article. So there is a method, right? And next also we have model dot. Next we have data. I'm saving this one, and then so directly date will not come directly. We need to mention the format. That mention format will see. Before that, we'll check these remaining fields are coming or not. Reload the page. So the Hindu article is coming. So we can author the number as well. Two fields are coming. A description is coming. We need to process text area, and this is the text area. Oh, this is the method which actually, what is the method name given? Uh, A should be capital because these are the methods. No, yeah, this is also coming. Next, date picker is not coming. For date picker, we need to mention the format. Format is actually that actually like this: date and month and year, and next at the rate format equal to at the rate format equal to model dot date. So this we need to cross check. There is a date format. Yeah, this one. We need to mention the format. Simply I'm copying that one from there. At the rate format equal to, here we would mention model dot date. Now your date also will be displayed on the page. Go to the EN page, reload the page, and go to that one. Open the dialog, author the date as well. So see here, the date is also coming. The date is also coming. Okay, today your assignment is design dialog, read the values using sling models. Sling models. Okay, so coming sessions you can go ahead with the sling models step by step. Okay, so that's it today, guys. So I hope you guys are clear, and